Welcome to Cape Town News. Do hit subscribe and never miss a thing. Today is Tuesday, the 25th of November 2025. And here is what is making headlines in the Western Cape. Western Cape surges ahead with massive job boom. City slams false claims over Fish Hoek housing plan. Deadly shootings tear through Cape Town communities. Heatwave warning as extreme temperatures hit the Cape. Western Province cricket charges forward after confidence-boosting win. Mitchell's Plain Festival ignites the Cape this weekend. Dangerous heat and strong winds expected on Wednesday. The Western Cape has strengthened its lead as South Africa's top-performing province for job creation after new labour data revealed that 70,000 jobs were added in the third quarter of the year. According to Statistics South Africa's latest labour force survey, the provincial unemployment rate has dropped to 19.7%, which is the lowest in the country. This marks a sharp improvement from the previous quarter and underlines the region's resilience during a period of national economic pressure. Premier Alan Winde says the results reflect long-term partnerships between government and the private sector, which continue to build trust and investment confidence. He notes that these new jobs show how strategic cooperation can help turn economic pressure into opportunity. The province recorded 65,000 more jobs year-on-year and 70,000 quarter-on-quarter, outperforming all other provinces. This announcement also follows the Western Cape Investment Summit, which secured major investment commitments worth 50 billion rand, expected to drive more job creation over the next few years. Provincial Minister for Agriculture, Economic Development and Tourism, Dr. Ivan Meyer, says the province is moving steadily toward its long-term goal of 600,000 new jobs by 2035. He says the province's growth for jobs strategy has started to show real momentum and has given investors confidence to expand operations. Although the results are encouraging, government says more work is needed to ensure communities across the province feel the impact. Premier Winde says the focus will now shift to supporting tourism, agribusiness, manufacturing and services to ensure job growth spreads to rural towns and vulnerable communities. He says the province is committed to accelerating economic activity so that residents experience real and lasting change. The city of Cape Town has denied claims that 10,000 low-cost housing units are being planned for Fish Hoek, calling the statements misleading and unfounded. The concerns were raised after statements by Councillor Peter Janssen van Vieren from the Freedom Front political party, who said residents across Fish Hoek, Bloubergstrand, Big Bay, Sea Point and Green Point were outraged at the idea of large-scale housing projects entering established neighbourhoods. The city responded by saying there is no approved plan of that scale and that no development rights have been granted. Deputy Mayor Eddie Andrews, who also serves on the Mayoral Committee for Spatial Planning and Environment, says the comments have caused unnecessary fear among residents. He says the draft development framework for Masifumulele focuses only on preferred land parcels for future affordable housing near the Lochiel smallholdings and that these sites are still under assessment. The city says this is not the same as approving any large-scale project and that the public will still have further opportunities to comment. Community groups in Blouberg and Big Bay continue to oppose earlier drafts, raising concerns over biodiversity, traffic pressure, and the need for proper infrastructure planning. Andrews emphasizes that the site known as ERF 1117 in Blouberg, which belongs to the National Department of Public Works, is zoned for mixed-income residential use, but has no active development application. Research organization Ndifuna Ukwazi accused critics of using outdated arguments to prevent inclusive housing, saying migration into the Western Cape is driven by economic inequality and opportunity. The city says it will finalize the next version of the spatial plan after reviewing public submissions and will continue engaging residents before any decisions are made. Cape Town has endured one of its most violent weekends of the year after multiple shootings left at least 10 people dead and several others wounded across 5 communities. Police confirmed major incidents in Delft, Kayamandi, Kalkfontein, Goodwood and Garden Village, while further unconfirmed shootings were reported in Hanover Park, Eerste River and parts of Delft on Saturday. The violence began on Thursday evening when police discovered a burnt body in Symphony Way, Delft. On Friday, the tragedy deepened when an armed man entered Kayamandi Primary School shortly after learners had left for the day. He walked to the deputy principal, who was seated under a tree, and shot him at close range before fleeing. The Western Cape Education Department says trauma support teams have been deployed. Police confirms that no arrests have been made and that the motive forms part of the investigation. The weekend saw more bloodshed when a woman was shot in Hanover Park, while separate killings were reported in Eerste River and Delft. On Sunday afternoon, a 17-year-old boy was shot in the chest in Kalkfontein. He died on the scene and a 27-year-old man was arrested. Moments later, a suspected gang-related shooting erupted in Van Riebeek Street, Goodwood. 4 men were shot while traveling in a vehicle and the driver crashed into a tree. Community Policing Forum chairperson Abdullah Sidney says the motive is unknown. Anti-gang detectives are now investigating murder and attempted murder charges. Later that evening, 2 men were killed in Discovery Avenue, Garden Village. No arrests have been made. Residents across the Western Cape are experiencing extreme heat today after the South African Weather Service issued a heatwave alert for parts of the province. The advisory warns that temperatures in some areas of the West Coast and the Cape Winelands may climb into the mid to high 30s, creating dangerous conditions for vulnerable communities. The alert is in effect from 8 o'clock this morning until 8 o'clock tonight, with officials urging people to stay cool and hydrated. Meteorologists say these conditions increase the risk of hypothermia and heat stroke because the body's ability to cool itself becomes limited when temperatures rise sharply. The Weather Service warns that prolonged exposure can become life-threatening, especially for the elderly, young children and people with medical conditions. Emergency services say the public should avoid being outdoors during peak heat, drink water regularly, and look out for neighbors who may struggle. The Western Cape Health Department is monitoring conditions across rural areas where farm workers and outdoor laborers face increased health risks. Local clinics have been asked to expect a rise in heat-related cases. Community groups in the Cape Winelands say the heat is placing pressure on water supply systems and could worsen fire danger across dry vegetation areas. Firefighters are already on standby after several weekend flare-ups around the province. The public is urged to follow updates throughout the day as temperatures continue to rise. Western Province Cricket Club heads into the new week with renewed momentum after a strong weekend performance that has boosted confidence in the squad. The club delivered a composed and disciplined showing with both bat and ball, reinforcing its status as one of the country's most competitive provincial teams. Coaches say the players demonstrated maturity under pressure and that the weekend's result has helped consolidate structures that the club has been refining throughout the season. The weekend fixtures showcased promising form from several key players whose consistency has been central to the club's improvement. Analysts say this steady progress is critical as Western Province prepares for a demanding stretch of matches in early December where depth, discipline and mental toughness will be vital. The coaching unit noted that the squad's young bowlers have stepped up with accuracy and improved field control, while senior batsmen brought stability during tight phases of play. This blend of youth energy and veteran composure has caught attention across the cricket community. Western Province Cricket Club says its aim is to build sustainable confidence as it works towards long-term performance consistency. The club has dedicated the week to preparation sessions focused on refinement, adaptability, and cohesion. If the current momentum continues, analysts believe Western Province will be well positioned for a breakthrough run as the summer cricket calendar intensifies. The DSTV Mitchell's Plain Festival returns this weekend, bringing 3 days of celebration, culture, and family entertainment to Westridge Gardens. Since its launch in 2009, the festival has grown into one of Cape Town's most anticipated community events, drawing thousands of visitors and showcasing the vibrant spirit of Mitchell's Plain. Organizers say this year's edition will be even larger, with expanded exhibitions, more local businesses, and a diverse lineup of performers. Families can expect a full program running from Friday to Sunday with live music, food stalls, lifestyle exhibitions, fashion showcases, and cultural performances. Organizers say one of the festival's biggest strengths is its ability to bring people together across neighborhoods while celebrating the richness of local talent. The weekend will feature interactive zones, community organizations, food demonstrations, and exhibitor stands from across the Western Cape. The event is expected to inject a strong economic boost into the area, with entrepreneurs, vendors, and artists all benefiting from increased foot traffic. Gates open at 11 o'clock each morning and close at 11 o'clock at night. Tickets start from 50 Rand and can be booked online. Here are your money, commodities, and crypto updates. Starting with the major currencies. The US dollar is trading today at 17 Rand and 28 cents. The British pound stands at 22 Rand and 65 cents. And the euro will cost you 19 Rand and 91 cents. Moving to the commodities market, gold is priced at 2,308 Rand and 1 cent per gram. Silver is trading at 28 Rand and 62 cents per gram. Platinum is valued at 867 Rand and 92 cents per gram. And Brent crude oil is trading at $61.99 per barrel. In the cryptocurrency market, today Bitcoin is valued at 1,516,316 Rand. Ethereum is trading at 50,571 Rand, while Ripple XRP is priced at 38 Rand and 87 cents. And finally, Solana is trading at 2,384 Rand. These figures reflect the latest available market data and may shift as global trading continues through the day. Tomorrow, the Western Cape will wake to a hot and windy Wednesday, as strong southeasterly winds sweep across the coastline and temperatures climb inland. Cape Town will start the day mostly fine, with winds strengthening through the afternoon. Expect gusts of around 40 kilometers per hour near the Atlantic coastline, with temperatures warming steadily. Conditions will remain dry with an elevated fire danger rating due to heat and wind. Low tide will be at 6 o'clock in the morning, high tide at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and the next low tide at 6 o'clock in the evening. Swells will reach around 2.5 meters from the southwest. Paarl will experience clear skies and very hot conditions, with temperatures rising into the mid to high 30s. Winds will be lighter than along the coast, but will pick up slightly in the afternoon. Fire risk will be high across inland valleys. Stellenbosch will follow a similar pattern, with hot and dry weather and moderate southeasterly winds by late afternoon. Rural fire services urge residents to take care around open flames and to stay hydrated during peak heat. Overall, the province will remain dry, with no rain expected anywhere in the Western Cape. With that, we conclude today's bulletin, and now you know what's happening in the mother city. Thank you for watching Cape Town News. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. We appreciate your support. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget tomorrow's Cape Town News drops right here on YouTube at 12 noon. Meanwhile, stay safe, informed, and connected.